9 for 2, England in their second innings. The men out Gooch for 20, a good delivery that from Jeff Lawson, and Bob Woolmer out to a full toss from Terry Alderman. I thought Jeff Boycott batted extremely well this afternoon. He stroked the ball well, showed good defence right at the top of his form, and David Gower, full marks to him because he was having all sorts of trouble with Raymond Bright bowling into the rough outside his off stump. The Australian bowlers, they struggled a bit there. Dennis Lillee hasn't taken a wicket in this test match yet. 11 overs, 3 maidens done for 35, off a short run today and at reduced pace. Jeff Lawson 1 for 20, bowled well again. Alderman 1 for 42, and the lead for England now at the close of the fourth day. They are 95 runs ahead with 8 second innings wickets in hand. Can we get a match out of this? Well, it's not all that easy because we lost those 4 hours, which is tragic, towards the start of the test match, and it's very, very difficult for either side now to get a result. The only ones I can see coming out of it are a draw, which is the logical one, or England, if they get a run on their batting tomorrow, with Boycott doing extremely well, and then they have John Embury bowling well on a pitch that is taking a little bit of spin. But the odds, I'm afraid, must be a little bit on a draw. The interest, well, Geoffrey Boycott in his 100th test match, can he notch 3 figures? He was going so well today. Well, I wouldn't put anything past him, and I think probably it's in his mind as he goes to sleep tonight. Shot of the morning. He's beaten Jeff Boycott to the half century. That was a top shot.
See that back foot go across there? Perfectly timed.
He's 50.
And that brings up the 100 partnership between Jeff Boycott and David Gower. Oops, over the top of slips. Well, it looks as if he played that there deliberately.
Very late decision here by Jeff Boycott. And this is a fine over too by Lawson. Starting, I thought, to play it defensively, and suddenly, just a moment, look, yes, he's given it a little help across. It's a very, very good shot against the fast bowler. Not much chance of getting out, and there's certainly no fieldsman over the top of slip's head.
Same treatment. And same result. If I can do it once, I can do it twice, as Jeff Boycott. I don't think Jeff Lawson really believed him. Well, it's gone with the tide, with the spin, and that's 6 runs to David Gower. He's gone. That is it. Well, never underestimate Dennis Lillee. His comeback spell in his second over. It is the end of a Boycott dream, of getting a century in his 100th test match.
Good Lillee, this delivery, this one from Lillee, just holding the line, and Boycott an awful long way away from the ball, and Rod Marsh easily able to get across and pick up that catch. Marsh not moving quite as freely as I've seen him, but long innings by Boycott.
But still a great occasion for Geoffrey Boycott, and appreciated by everyone, especially his opposition. And as he always says, there's one thing from me you'll always get, that's value for money. And certainly he did try, as always.
Shot. Lily was quick enough to take most of the pace off that. No more runs added up to the luncheon interval there. 197 for 3, 22 extras in that lot. And the batsman out there this morning, GEOFFREY Boycott. Caught Marsh bowl Lily for 60. He added just 13 runs today and was 40 short of making a century in his 100th Test match. He was fairly slow this morning, but in the end, he fell to that great combination of Marsh and Lily. We pick up play now in the second over. 6 runs added after lunch, and added with just a little touch of urgency about it. It looked to me as though England had formed a definite plan that they might just be able to claim some sort of psychological, if not in the end an actual victory over the Australians. Lily is bowling to Gower, and in the commentary box, Tony Lewis and Tom Graveney.
It's high, and it's Hughes who was under it, but it was an extremely difficult catch. It really took so long for anyone to find the ball, let alone Hughes. And I really thought that David Gower had aimed that ball over mid-off, but in fact it was mid-on Kim Hughes who was under it in the end. It's gone high, and it's gone straight. A colossal blow that by Mike Gadding, 6 runs over long on. He's given it. Graham Wood, the catcher, at first slip. So Gadding, he goes. Lily to Gower. And that's another wicket to Australia, and a fine catch that by Terry Alderman. So the frustration has ended for Dennis Lillee, who has hit most parts of the bat in the last couple of overs. And the end of an excellent innings for England by David Gower. Fought it out against the spinners and played, as ever, some good shots. Ian Botham's first ball from Ray Bright. Still bowling his spinners over the wicket. And I'm afraid that's just not good enough. Well, how the fates follow you. A pair for the England captain, Ian Botham.
And Ray Bright pitching it in the rough. It's a little bit early to try that shot. Pitch just outside the leg stump, and turns in that rough and hits middle and leg.
Returns to silence. It's in the air, but middle and safe. It's a chase to the boundary. And I guess for Peter Woody that was a rare way to get off the mark against Dennis Lillee.
Good shot. Plays those beautifully, mostly in limited over games. Just a little bit of room for the stroke.
It's good to see England making some attempt to get on with this game.
That was beautifully timed 6 by Peter Willie. He's got on now to 12. Dilly is 8, and the lead now is over 200. It's gone. Caught it covered, Trevor Chappell. Peter Willie goes, sacrifice there, as a number of the batsmen have been since the luncheon interval. Just trying to push the scoring rate along, the tactics to get Australia in, either to beat them or to give them what we might call one hell of a fright. Tremendous power there, the England fast bowler. Whatever the message was Bob Taylor brought out, it didn't involve slowing down. Massive hit. Beautifully timed stroke that from Graham Dilly. It's bouncing inside the boundary, just a yard or so. Right now bowling to Taylor. Shot. See Bob Taylor hit too many sixes. Maiden first-class century this summer. MBE, and now a 6 at Lord's. Here's Martin Kent, and there's also a man, Trevor Chappell, going out on the boundary. So now there is some urgency about the Australians' defensive tactics. Bowled, Lilly, another wicket, his third. 265 for 8. Taylor bowled Lilly for 9.
And Bob Taylor here sacrificing his wicket in the cause.
And there's the declaration from Ian Botham at 265 for 8. And that means the Australians need 232 to win. So it's a pretty good declaration by Botham. He's given them a little bit of a dangling carrot there, but I don't think they'll have a go at it. It's meaning that they have to score something around about 75 or 80 runs per 100 balls. At the end there, Graham Dilly not out 27. And the Australian bowling figures, Lilly 3 for 82, Alderman 1 for 42, Lawson 1 for 51, and Ray Bright 36 overs, 18 maidens, 3 for 67. Well, the Australians started off with the same opening pair as the first innings. It was Wood and Dyson. They put on 62 in the first innings. They've got 2 on the board now as Dilly comes in to bowl to Dyson. Here's Bob Simpson with me in the commentary box. That's gone. A full toss. Graham Dilly picks up a wicket with his first delivery. Dyson aiming to punch it away past square leg. 2 on the board for 1 wicket.
Ooh, it's almost stuck. Almost stuck there for Bob Woolmer.
Desperate lunge here with his bat pad. Woolmer, in fact, getting the ball into his fingertips. But as the elbow hits the ground, out it pops.
Did it carry? It looks to have carried, and it's a very fine catch at second step. The catcher, Ian Botham, and the bowler, Bob Willis.
Well balanced in the slip both, and just have a look at him here. Sees it coming, and just enough. Would have liked to have seen him bend the knees a bit more. They get a bit lower there.
Off the mark. And Hughes plays across it, and the ball was straight, and that was enough to bring even more embarrassment to Australia and indeed to their captain, Kim Hughes.
And after that lifter, last ball, Kim Hughes staying on the back foot, not really moving his front foot forward at all, hitting him just below the knee roll of the pad, and I reckon probably knocking out middle and leg.
Graham Wood taking straight. 4. Dilly's line and length in both test matches so far has not been all that he'd wish, but he's picked up the wickets. He's been a good strike bowler. It's 4 runs. And he's gone. Caught behind by Taylor of Botham. Trevor Chappell out for 5. The 4th wicket goes down.
Slipped out of my hand, mum. 4 runs. What a good match he's had. 52 to follow that excellent first innings.
And that's it at the end of Graham Dilly's over. 2 minutes before 6 o'clock. And with just 2 overs to go. And it was to Ian Botham and Kim Hughes, the Australian skipper, that Peter West spoke immediately after the match.
Was there just a slight flutter of apprehension in the Australian camp when you were 17 for 3, Kim?
Yeah, more than a slight flutter, but we always thought today was going to be a very difficult day. You know, the wicket, particularly this morning, behaved in an irregular fashion with the various bounce and that, and we were a bit frightened of what the new ball might do, and that's one of the reasons we didn't take the new ball, just in case it was really doing a lot, and they might have declared earlier. But we were fortunate, we were thankful actually that they batted on for as long as they did, because we never really felt that we were in with a chance to get the runs.
What do you feel, really, about being appointed match by match? I know the Australians do it that way, but do you feel it would give you more confidence if you were given a go for the rest of the series now?
Well, it'd probably be a lot easier, yes, to settle down and know what was going on, but we've just got to see what happens and play it by. It's a new thing in England. I've never known it happen like this before in England, so I'll just hang on in there and see what happens.
Well, I'm afraid they've done it now, and as you will have heard earlier in the programme, Ian Botham then went to the selectors and suggested that he should be made captain for the remainder of the series to ease the pressure on himself and on the team. The selectors then let us know that they had already decided to replace Botham because of the pressure he had been under, and they haven't yet announced who will be captain of England for the Headingley Test match. Right, well, this Lord's Test match, Geoff Lawson was man of the match, deservedly so in my opinion. 7 for 81 in the first innings and 1 wicket in the second. A fine performance and a delightful presentation by MCC to Geoffrey Boycott on the occasion of him playing in his 100th Test match. A very fine performance, and he made 60 today in the England second innings.
It's red,